And hello internet, Lord Ozunu here. Today I wanted to talk about the new Loki TV show, but before that I will say a few words about Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show. You see, it was weird because entire concept of morality was all over the place. I mean, everyone started blaming new Captain America because of the thing that he did and start comparing him to the Omni-Man or to Homelander and other so-called superheroes who make awful things in their shows.
The whole world is watching.
Oh, you're about to... Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
You're about to murder this man right in the middle of the street.
You're not Captain America.
Does this letter on my head look like an F?
That was like
Hell of a shot.
Yeah.
Of course. That was insane.
You didn't do that.
That was crazy.
I feel like the show just like shot up like 10
Yo,
notches.
Do you want to kill Nazis?
Is this a test?
Yes.
I don't want to kill anyone.
Living in this world. Never.
Never what? You... Rub it up!
So Steve Rogers basically have bigger kill count than a Freddy freaking Krueger. On the other hand, new Captain America kill one terrorist and everybody lose their mind. Oh yeah, I forgot, you can't even call them terrorists now.
You did your part in dealing with those terrorists, now we'll do ours. Are you still going forward with resetting the borders?
Our peacekeeping troops will begin relocating people soon. The terrorists only set us back a bit.
You have to stop calling them terrorists. What else would we call them? Your peacekeeping troops carrying weapons are forcing millions of people into settlements around the world, right?
Put your seatbelt on. Now.
There were still people in there.
This is the only language these people understand.
They force their political ideology by force. Not to mention they are actually killing innocent people. They literally burn entire hospital, for God's sake. They are clearly a terrorist, but now somehow the Marvel just want to portray them as, you know, misunderstood. They are actually have noble cause. We literally have dozens of movies in which we are trying to stop the guys that are like them, but now that's changed. Falcon and Winter Soldier was so bad show that I literally could not watch it anymore. So I decided that I don't want to watch WandaVision because I was thinking that it's going to happen the same thing. But you know what, I decided I'm going to give a Loki show a chance because I always liked that character personally. And I was not disappointed with this show, I must say. The first thing I like it is the fact that Marvel decides to use the biggest mystery in the history of the United States of America. I mean, probably the biggest mystery in the entire world. Who was D.B. Cooper, a guy who literally stole thousands of dollars and get away with it, and nobody doesn't even know is this guy even real at the first. But what I liking the most is the fact that they are showing everything exactly in the way that it happened. Especially that last part with all the money falling out of Loki bag because of the sudden energy of the Bifrost that he actually exposed himself to. And what is interesting about all D.B. Cooper case is the fact that only thing that we actually find from him is a few dollars that fall on the ground, but who is he and what happened to this guy, we are never going to find out. Even FBI decide not to investigate anymore because they literally find nothing. But as you can see, Marvel clearly imply that indeed Asgardian gods have their influence over many cases in history. And what is also interesting to me that now show is going with this time travel rhetoric. So I was thinking, you know what would be actually pretty great if Loki started using his time travel gadgets from TVA to actually start traveling to the all kind of the periods of the history. I mean, if we take just some important part from the history or any event, it could be easily portrayed as Loki did it, and I think that would be actually be pretty funny, just like they did with D.B. Cooper case. I mean, we could usually put the part in which, for instance, Loki gets to the Germany, and because he speaks to some people in secret, suddenly the war starts or something like that. We have similar case in the Thor comics. What is actually interesting in that specific comic book, the Thor and Loki actually travel to the time and have all kinds of adventure, and over the time they actually meet with the gods of the Olymp of the old Greece, and that would be actually pretty good if in the Loki show we could actually see pagan gods from the other stories and from all over the Europe of the time. And we know in fact that he was behind the entire Trojanic horse idea, so it would be interesting if Loki go to use his ability that he once used in the Thor movies to actually make people to do things and to say things that he in secret tell him to perform at the first place.
Maybe unlimited.
Well, I guess that's worth a look. Well, I guess that's worth a look.
For instance, in the Infinity War we have the case in which Loki clearly improvised to use his knife to attack Thanos and hope that he will actually going to survive after that. We can't possibly know what was actually his plan at this case particular, but we could only guess. And what is interesting for me about this case, that he could go in the past, you know, at the Roman time, and to say to the Brutus, hey, let's organize attack on the Caesar using knives, because come on, it's clear that knives are Loki things, and I think that will be actually a pretty interesting reference, just like with the case of the D.B. Cooper. Also, they could use a case from the Ottoman-Serbian War, in which there was one of knight heroes who was claiming how he is going to came to bow to the emperor of the Ottoman Empire, but he was actually having a secret plan to only pretend how he is going to become one of their own people, and he was actually having the plan to came close to their major empire. After all, his Sultan was the major ruler of the entire Ottoman Empire, and when he came close, like he is going to bow in front of him and kiss his feet, he actually, on the surprise of all the guards, pull out the knife and actually stab their ruler into guts and literally kill him in front of 200 people that have job to actually protect their ruler, but he actually captured him all in surprise. The name of the hero who dare to do such awesome performance and actually kill the ruler of one of the most mightiest empire in the human history was Miloš Obilić. He was the knight of the Serbian order and one of the bravest people that Serbian area ever have, and people of Serbia are really proud because of his move that he actually performed in this particular time of the history. And I would find it very interesting if producer decide to actually show Loki in the case that he somehow show up in his dream after all this mind manipulation power that he are going probably to teach now in the show, and to actually say him, hey, you know that big ruler, stop him. That is the best way to do it. And that is basically a meme in the Loki community and to his fan, because Loki often use his knives to stab. But I would like to see the Loki to be badass and scary like he used to be in the past. Now they turn him into basically a clown. He was a joke of the show. He was beaten by basically anyone, and his plans usually fall miserably. It's clearly sad to watch as him becoming a shadow of the scary villain that he used to be in the past, and I hope that Marvel will do the right thing and actually bring the scary Loki back. But I don't have a high hope, because after the Falcon and Winter Soldier was thrown in such a disaster of a show, I am not going to hope high. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this video. Hope you like it. Hope you learned something. That will be all, and Lord Ozonu is out.